Okay, we'll start the session. You can clearly observe that these questions are of percentage questions. Okay, and what this question says, X's income is 25% more than Y. By how much percent Y's income is less than X? Once you read such questions, no, they are actually a bit confusing. And there are some shortcut methods how to solve these questions, but before going to the shortcut method, let me explain you how you can actually solve this. I'll tell you what is the secret behind that shortcut. First I'll explain you how you'll be able to solve this question. Okay, now what we will do, we'll just consider the income of X. Now let the income of X be something like 100. Okay, if the income of X is 100, okay, we'll not go this way. We'll just try to consider income of Y first, because income of X is 25% more than Y. Here it is clear that income of X is greater than Y. And how much it is greater? It is greater by 25%. That's why what we will do, we'll just try to set the income of Y first. So if we imagine that income of Y is 100, then what will be the income of this X? It will be 25% more than Y. So what is the 25% of this 100? It is nothing but 25 only. So the income of this X will be now 125. You need to understand this part first. The first sentence says that X's income is 25% more than Y. So what I done, I directly considered Y's income as 100, and since X is much better, means X is having a 25% more income than Y, you need to find what is the 25% of X. If you ask me why I have taken 100 only as the income of Y, it is because it is easier to find the percentage when something is 100. So 25% of 100 will be straight away 25, and therefore we have got excess income as 125. I hope you understood this one. This is, you need to understand this procedure. If you are clear with this, then I hope this question will be easier. Whenever you get percentage questions, just try to assume that some value is 100 and try to derive other values depending upon that. So here I am going to assume that Y's income is going to be 100 and X's income is going to be 125, because X is having much higher income than Y, and that is by 25%. Are you clear with this part? This is the first sentence of the question. If you have understood, just give a thumbs up. I'll start the next part. Or if you have got doubt, you ask me, because this is very important. I need response from all of you. Okay, fine, good. Now, what is the next part? By how much percentage Y's income is less than X income? Means you need to find. Now we know that Y's income is 100 and X's income is 125. This is clearly known now. Now what is the next part of the question? By how much percentage Y's income is less than X's income? You need to find how much percentage this particular value is, how much percentage less than this value. So how will you find out? For that, what you need to do is, you just need to find the difference between both of them divided by, you are comparing it with X, right? You need to find the how much Y is having less income than X. That's why you will be finding with respect to X. So 125 will come here and into 100. Okay, this will be equal to what? 25 divided by 125 into 100. So 25 ones are 25 5s are 5 ones are 520. So the answer for this question is 20%. So this is very straightforward question, but you need to understand these two sentences in the question. The first sentence says about the income of x and y, and the second sentence will ask you to find the income with respect to x. Okay. Now I want you to solve this question just by changing this 25 to somewhere 50% and tell me the answer. So what will be my question now? X's income is 50% greater than Y's income. Okay. You need to find how much Y's income is less than X's income. You need to find the answer for this question, and you can follow the same procedure. Consider income of Y as 100. Okay. And this will give you income of X as 150 because X is getting much higher income than Y, so it will be 150. And follow the same procedure to find the answer. Can you give me the answer for this question? It is simple. Just follow the same procedure. As soon as you do this, I'll tell you what is the shortcut method to solve such questions. Okay? Because it will take a lot of time to analyze the question. If you see a question something like this, just you can use a simple formula to find out the answer. Okay? Can you answer this question? I have just changed 25 into 50 in my question, and just tell me what is the answer of this question. Anybody? So it is very important when I'm explaining, you need to understand each and every line, then only you'll be able to solve such questions. Okay, I will try to solve this once again. You can see I'm just making a place here. I got 50%. So excess income was, if I got an answer maybe, is 33.33. Fine. Any other answers? Yes, 33.33. I think you are right. So X's income is 150 and Y's income is 100. And if you want to find out Y's income with respect to X, for that what you will do, 150 minus 100 divided by 150 into 100. Okay. This will give you 50 divided by 150 into 100, and this will be equal to 51 the 53 the 3 1 the 333.33. So answer is 33.333 percentage. So answer for this question will be 33.33. I hope you have understood this question. Very simple question, but your analysis is very important here. I'll tell you what is the shortcut method here. There is a formula, x divided by 100 plus x into 100. Just you need to remember this formula. In this place, x will be equal to how much percentage it is more in the given question, right? Directly will be reaching this point. You need not do all this circus. Directly will be reaching this point and you will get the answer. So in this question, what is the value of x? It is equal to 25. So 25 divided by 125 into 100. So straight away you will be reaching this point. You can remember this formula, x divided by 100 plus x into 100. Actually, I am going to launch a site to display all these videos in series wise. Okay, you will be able to see it by today, and you will also have the notes of each of the videos, so that you will be able to revise whatever you are learning on daily basis, and you can share that with your friends so that they can also learn these aptitude problems. I hope this question was clear. Remember that formula, x divided by 100 plus x into 100. Fine. Now we'll go to the next question. You see, this is also similar, but there is a slight change in the question. What is that? X's income is 20% less than. This is very important sentence here. Less than Y. By how much percentage Y's income is more than X's income? We'll follow the same approach and try to understand. Later we will know what is the shortcut method to solve this question. This word is very important. Fine. Now you observe this part. Same way you assume that Y is having 100 as income. If Y's income is 100, what will be the income of X? If you have understood this, you can solve the question and give me the answer. But those who are not still clear about the question, just try to observe this carefully. This is also similar to the previous question. We have got Y is equal to 100. Since X's income is 20% less than Y, means this X is having now less income. In the previous question, he had more income, but he is having less income. That's why if Y is having 100 rupees as income, as his income, then X's income will be how much? It will be 20% less than 100. What is 20% less than 100? 100 minus 20% of 100. So this will be equal to what? 100 minus 20. This will be equal to 80. So if Y is having 100 rupees as his income, X will be having 80 rupees as income. So this is very simple. Now you need to find out by how much percentage Y's income is more than X's income. You will use these two numbers and find the income of how much Y is having greater income than X. So here you will be going according to the, you will be finding the percentage with respect to X. You need to identify that, right? So you will be doing the same thing. You will find the difference here divided by, you will be finding the percentage with respect to X again, same way, 80 into 100. So this will be equal to what? 20, right? 80 into 100. So what will be the answer? 20 ones are 24 the 4 ones are 425. This will be equal to 25. So now I can say that Y is having 25% more income than X, right? What is the shortcut for this question? It is similar to that, but since it is less than, you will be using X divided by 100 minus X into 100. What this X says? It is how much percentage X is having less income than the other. Okay, less income than the other. I hope this question was clear. Fine. Now just make a change in this and try to solve this question. In this 20%, what I will do is I'll just write 50%. Now you try to find the answer for this question. We have got X's income 50% less than Y's income. By how much percentage Y's income is more than X? You can directly use this equation and try to find the answer. Okay, anybody? What is the answer of this question? X's income is 50% less than Y's income, and you need to find how much Y's income is more than X's income. So just substitute the values in place of X. You need not do all these things. You have got a direct equation. 50 divided by 100 minus 50 into 100. What is the answer of this one? You need to be very quick. No, yes. I think Prajwal is right. 50 divided by 50 into 100. 50 cancel. It will be 100%. It will be 100% more than the excess income. Because if you just consider this case, just observe this part. you have got X is income and Y is income. If Y is income is 100%, 100, X's income will be 50% less than him. So it will be 50 rupees. Then if you are comparing these both, there is a 100% increase in this one. 50 plus 100% of 50. How much it is? 50 plus 100% of 50 is what? 100 divided by 100 into 50. So this cancels. So 50 plus 50 is equal to 100. This 100 will be the income of Y. I hope you got this question. It is simple, but you need to analyze any given question. Okay. I hope you are clear with this second question. Questions are really simple, but you need to make sure that you understand it clearly. There will be two types of questions. One is greater than or less than. That's all. Fine. Now we will come to the third question. See, this is a bit tricky question. I'll explain you with a real life scenario, okay? So that you will be able to imagine if you get a question something like this. Fine. Now you just try to read the question once. Later I'll explain you how you can solve this question. We just try to read this once. The price of petrol increases by 50%. Okay. How much percent its consumption should be reduced so as to keep expenditure same? If you read the whole question in one go, actually you will have bit confusion. To make this confusion clear, I'll take a example. Let's imagine that price of the petrol is 100 rupees, and it is really 100 rupees today, I think. And you are consuming on daily basis. Okay, on a day you consume 2 liters of petrol. You consume means your vehicle will consume. Fine. So on a daily basis, how much your vehicle is consuming? What is the amount? 100 into 2 liters. So total you will be spending rupees 200 on petrol. Fine. Now they are saying that this was the yesterday's price. Imagine that it was yesterday's price. Yesterday's price. There is a increase by 50%. Means today what happened? Today we got a 50% increase in this price. How will you find out 50% increase of this price? Same thing, 100 plus 50% of 100. So how much it gives? 100 plus 50 by 100 into 100. 100 cancel, so it is going to be 150. Fine. So today the petrol price is 150 rupees. And they say that by how much percentage its consumption. You have consumed yesterday 2 liters. Today also you are going to consume something you don't know now, so that the expenditure remains same. Yesterday you have done expenditure of 200 rupees. Today also you are going to spend 200 rupees for the petrol. But you need to identify how much percentage you are actually reducing in order to keep the expenditure same. Just understand this scenario. We have got yesterday the petrol price was 100 rupees, and you are consuming, you have spent, you have used 2 liters of petrol, and you spent like 200 rupees yesterday. And today also you need to use the petrol, but there is a change in the price. It is increased by 50%, and you should make sure that the expenditure will remain same. This should remain same. Then how much will be the price here? How much will be the amount you are going to consume, keeping this and this value same? So how will you find the value here now? Anyone? Can you find what is the value of x here? It is like you are going to buy 2 liters of petrol. Okay, you are going to buy, you have got 200 rupees, and per liter price is 150. How will you solve that? X will be equal to what? Total amount present with you divided by the price per liter. So this will be equal to what? 3 za, and this is 4 za. 5 3 za, 5 4 za. So it is 4 by 3. It is nothing but 1.33 liters. So today you will be spending 1.33 liters to make sure that you will spend only 200 rupees, because the question says that you need to spend only the same amount of rupees. Okay. Now the actual question is how much percentage consumption you will be reducing. How much percentage consumption you are reducing? For that, what you will do is a direct question. You will be going to find out what is the percentage change in this one. What is the percentage change? But for that, you will do 2 liters minus 1.33 liters divided by 2 liters into 100. Okay, this will be equal to what? 2 minus 1.33, how much? 0.666 divided by 2 liters into 100. So this cancel. 2 ones are 2, 0.333. So this will be equal to 33.33 percentage. These questions are very important. So the answer of this question is 33.33%. So I'll give you the shortcut method to solve this question. It is exactly same as the previous question. If you see, the shortcut method is same. X divided by x divided by 100 plus x into 100. Since there is a increase in the price, it will be plus here. So just try to put x value as 50. 50 divided by 100 plus 50 into 100. This will give you 50 divided by 150 into 100, and this will be equal to what? 33.33%. This is a shortcut method to find the answer for such questions. In exams, you will get straight away questions. The price of a commodity is increased by 20%. How much consumption you need to reduce to keep the expenditure same? Straight away questions. You can use this direct formula. I explained this part. This is just to make sure that you will understand what is happening in the question. I hope this was helpful. There are three questions. We have got some more questions and we will be solving them tomorrow, because percentage is used in almost all the fields, and that's why percentage questions are very frequent in the competitive exams.